that last day we completed page number 50. Actually, we were reading in page number 59, where you saw that Jerry and Lamb, they were arguing each other. They were conversing, and actually Jerry asked Lamb whether people around them, they call actually whether they look towards his tin leg, or whether they ask about his tin leg and all this. Now at this, Mr. Lamb told that some people do, some don't, and he also told that some people got tired by looking at my tin leg, and why people should actually look at my tin leg, because there are lots of things in the art to look at. At this, Derry told, like my face. Derry all the time, he was in that mood that all the time he thinks that whenever he comes out of the house, people actually look at their face and look at his face, and they criticize. He could not come out of his he could not come out of that kind of thinking. Now at this, Mr. Lamb told, I'm starting from that speech, like crab apples, or the weeds, or a spider climbing up a silken ladder, or my tall sunflowers. I'm reading from page number 59. Now at this, when Derry told, yes, people actually like to, there are actually they like to stare at my face. At this, Mr. Lamb told, no, there are other things to be looked at, such as crab apples, weeds, spider climbing like up a silken ladder, tall sunflowers. Now Derry is telling things. So these are the merely things that people may not be interested to look at these things. Now, Mr. Lamb, all is relative, beauty and the beast. And now Mr. Lamb told, you were telling things, but all is relative, means everything is having relationship with others, just like beauty and the beast. We should know that beauty and the beast is a fairy tale. And Mr. Lamb actually mentioned this fairy tale to Derry. Now, Derry, what is supposed to mean? What's that supposed to mean? Now, Derry asked to Mr. Lamb that when Mr. Lamb told like Beauty and the Beast, so actually Derry asked this to Mr. Lamb. What's that supposed to mean? Mr. Lamb is telling, you tell me. Now Derry, you needn't think that they haven't told me that fairy story before. I told you this is a fairy tale. So Derry is telling that you needn't think they haven't. They means his parents. They haven't all told me that fairy story before. It's not what you look like, it's what you are inside. Handsome is as handsome does. Beauty loved the monstrous beast for himself, and when she kissed him, he changed into a handsome prince. Now, actually, Derry knew that story, and earlier people had told, especially his parents might have told this actually story to him, and in that story you should know that there was a ugly beast over there, and the beast forced a beautiful lady to stay with him. Now when the lady had gone from him for a few days, the beast was lamenting, he was feeling sorry, and the beast was in a dying condition. And when the lady actually went from the beast had given him a magic mirror, and the beast told the lady that you should look into the mirror, and then you could find out that how I am. And when the lady saw in the in the mirror, lady saw that the beast was in a dying condition, and immediately he came back, and he actually kissed the beast, and whenever the lady kissed the beast became a handsome prince. This was the story. So here Derry told that handsome is, now it's not what you look like, it's what you are inside. Means Derry is telling that actually his parents had already told him that you must not think about your physical deformities, that your face had been had been burned by acid, so you must not think. You should give importance to your mentality. You should actually you should give importance to your inside, because physical appearance does not count much. That he heard from his parents. Now handsome is as handsome does, and he is telling that handsome people, actually we call handsome physically, but really people might be told as handsome if they are very nice at their heart as well. Now Beauty loved the monstrous beast for himself, and when he kissed him, he changed into when she kissed him, he changed into a handsome prince. Actually, Daddy was telling this story to Mr. Lamb because Daddy wanted to tell to Mr. Lamb that you should not think that nobody had told me that fairy tale. Actually, people, especially his parents, had told him the fairy tale to him, and Daddy was telling to Mr. Lamb that don't try to encourage me by telling such fairy tale. Only he wouldn't. He would have stayed a monstrous beast. I wouldn't change. Now, Daddy told that yes. Those who have told him, they also mentioned that he would not change like the monstrous beast, and Daddy started to think that I wouldn't change. So the people had told him, I mean, the fairy tale, the story of monstrous beast, and it also actually they also mentioned it to him that he would have stayed a monstrous beast. Only he wouldn't. He wouldn't means he would not change. He would not change to prince. He would stay as a monstrous beast, and he knew that I am not going to change. Now, Mr. Lamb, in that way, no, you wouldn't. Mr. Lamb also accepted this point that if you think that in the story how the monstrous beast had changed to a handsome prince, if you want to be changed in a handsome person, that you are not going to be changed to a handsome. That Mr. Lamb also agreed to that point. Derry, and no one will kiss me ever. And Derry told in that story, the beautiful lady kissed the beast, and that is the reason the beast had changed to a handsome prince. But in my life, nobody would kiss me. That's for sure. Only my mother, and she kisses me on the other side of my face, and I don't like my mother to kiss me. She does it because she has to. And Derry told that only my mother kisses me, and she has to kiss me because I am her son. And that too, my mother kisses on the other side of my face, not to that burned side, and I don't want that my mother should kiss me. Why should I like that? I don't care if nobody ever kisses me. And Jerry is telling why I should care that whether mother should kiss or not. I don't care if nobody ever kisses me, and Jerry told that I don't care if nobody kisses me. Now Mr. Lam, but do you care if you never kisses them? Now, this is the new way that actually Mr. Lamb had instilled in Derry to think. Now, Derry always thought that nobody was there, that nobody would kiss my burnt face. But he has not thought that yes, he had whether he would get a chance to kiss other. That Mr. Lamb had told. But do you care if you never kisses them? No, Jerry, what? Jerry told that I don't care that if nobody kisses me. And at this, Mr. Lamb told, do you care that whether you want to kiss them or kiss others? Now, at this, Jerry told, what? Now, Lamb, girls, pretty girls, long hair and large eyes, people live love. Mr. Lamb told that, yes, girls, I'm talking about the pretty, beautiful girls. So, have you ever thought that you could also kiss some pretty girls or beautiful girls? No, Jerry, who would let me? No one. Let means allow. Jerry is telling, who would allow me to kiss her? No one. Now, Mr. Lamb, who can tell? Mr. Lamb is telling, who can tell? Now, this is a new way of thinking. You know, Jerry had not thought. Jerry was sure that nobody would kiss his burnt face, but he had not thought that whether he would ever get a chance to kiss others. And Mr. Lamb actually pointed out to Jerry. And Mr. Lamb told, who can tell? Who can tell that whether you would not get any chance to kiss others? Jerry, I wouldn't ever look different. Jerry is telling, I wouldn't look any different. I wouldn't ever look different. Jerry is telling, as my face has been burned, I'm not going to change in any way. When I am as old as you, I will look the same. I will still only have a half face. Jerry is telling that nothing would change in my life. Whenever I will be as old as you, means you are old man. So whenever I will be old like you, then also I'm not going to change. I will still only have a half face. No, Lamb. So you will. Jerry is telling, okay, as you were, Mr. Lamb is telling, as you were thinking, so will, but the world wouldn't. Now, Mr. Lamb is telling, okay, if you think like this, okay, it's true that your burnt face would never become normal. It's true, but if you think like this, what would be the result? The world wouldn't. Means the world would not stay for you. The world has got a whole face, and the world is there to be looked at. We should try to understand the meaning. At this, Mr. Lamb told that, okay, if you think like this, then you stay with there, but the world, the society would not stay for you, because the world has its whole face, means world has its everything to enjoy, enjoyment. Okay, the world would not stay for you. The world will develop itself. So Mr. Lamb wants to actually wants to tell these. Mr. Lamb wants to tell that really, if you think that nothing would change in my life, and in my life, and I would stay the same. At this, Mr. Lamb told that, okay, you may think like this, but world is not going to change because of your own thinking in such a way. Now, Mr. Lamb, now, Jerry, do you think this is the world, the old garden? Now, actually, Jerry could not understand that what Mr. Ward, what Mr. Lamb denotes or means as world. At this, Jerry asked, "What do you feel? Is this the world? This old garden is your world?" Now, Mr. Lamb is telling, "When I am here." Lamb told, "Yes, when I am here, it's my world. Not the only one, but the world as much as anyone." But he told, "This is not my only world, but this is a world as much as anywhere." Means whenever I go, it's my world. So by this, Mr. Lamb wants to tell that I can, I can accustom to with each and everywhere. Means my attitude is this: whenever you go, you try to make yourself comfortable with that situation. Means he wants to give this lesson to Jerry that, like you, I'm not, I don't want to stay away from the common sorts of people, or to stay away from the society. Whenever I go, it's the world. Means I have the capability, I have the tenacity, I have that intention to mix with the other people and to enjoy with them. I'm not like this. That Mr. Lamb wants to suggest to Jerry. Now, Jerry, does your leg hurt you? Now, Jerry actually changed that topic. Because why? Because the way Mr. Lamb is talking to Jerry, for the first time, Jerry had actually learned this type of things. And now Jerry changed this topic. He told, "Does your teen hurt you? Does your leg hurt you?" He asked Mr. Lamb that whether you felt pain in your leg. Now, Mr. Lamb, "A teen doesn't hurt, boy." Now, Mr. Lamb told, "No, teen doesn't hurt. I'm not much hurt by these." No, Jerry, when it came off, did it? Now, Jerry asked this to Mr. Lamb, that when it came off, means when your leg had been blown up, have you received that pain? Mr. Lamb, "Certainly, obviously." Now, Jerry, "And now?" "I mean, where the teen stops at the top." Now, Jerry told, "I mean, when the teen stops means where your teen and your body parts, your part of your leg has joined itself. Does it at the top?" Now, Mr. Lamb, "Now and then." Mr. Lamb is telling, "Now and then. In wet weather, it doesn't signify." He told, "Yes, I get pain, I feel pain now and then. In the wet weather, when it become wetty, that time I feel pain. It doesn't signify, though I don't give importance to it. This is important. That, see, Mr. Lamp is also a person with deformities. He is having a thin leg, but what is important? He told it doesn't signify, means I don't give importance to it." Now, Jerry, "Oh, that's something else," they all say. And Jerry told, "Oh, they all say," means people say about, just some people are there. Look at all those people who are in pain and brave and never cry and never complain and don't feel sorry for themselves. Jerry told, "Yes, I know that they," means my parents told, "that few people are there, that they are in pain, they are in lots of difficulties, but they never show their pain or never show their difficulties. They never bother about all these things." That Jerry told. Jerry wants to tell to Mr. Lamb that you are that sort of person, that you are having pain, you are having lots of difficulties, but you don't want to show to others. Now, Mr. Lamb, "I haven't said it." Lamb told, "No, I have not said it. I didn't tell that I'm like these." Now, Jerry, "And think of all those people worse than you." Now, Jerry is giving this encouragement to Mr. Lamb. Now, think all those people worse off than you. Worse, don't forget, it's the comparative degree of bad, worst. So it's a comparative degree of bad, so more bad. And think of all those people whose condition is more bad than you. Think, you might have been blinded or born deaf or have to live in a wheelchair, or be draped in your head or dribble. Now, Mr. Lamb told probably you might be blinded, probably you might be a patient of paralysis, probably you were born, you might have born deaf, probably you could lead a life in the wheelchair, probably you were daft in your head. Daft in your head means you become dumb, you could not understand anything, and dribble means you have to lead the life without understanding anything. You might have been something like this. So here Derry is Derry is encouraging Mr. Lamb, but for his part he was not ready to understand. Now Mr. Lamb, and that's all true, and you know it. Derry told, yes, that's all true. You are telling that, yes, why I should think about myself, because then I should think about the people whose condition is worse than me. I feel that there are people are there whose condition is worse than me, so I do not think about this. And you know it. Now Mr. Lamb told, I'm happy that you know all this. No, Derry, it wouldn't make my face change. Now see, when in his condition he came, he is ready to encourage others, he is ready to boost others, but for his part he is not ready to accept it. He is telling, it wouldn't make my face change. Do you know, one day a woman went by me in the street. I was at a bus stop, and she was with another woman, and she looked at me and she said, whispered, only I heard her, she said, look at that, there is a terrible thing, that's a face only a mother could love. Now, Derry told, my face is not going to change anyway. And Derry told that one day he met a woman in the bus stop, and that woman was standing with another woman, and he heard that a woman was criticizing about his face, and that woman was whispering, means that woman was telling in a low tone to the other woman that she is having an ugly face, and only mother can kiss such a face. Now, Mr. Lamb, so you believe everything you hear then? Mr. Lamb told, oh, so whatever you listen, whatever you hear, you could believe everything. Is there any point that you will have to believe everything? You will have to give importance, but whatever you actually think, whatever you hear. Now at this, Derry told it was cruel. Derry told, no, the thing is that it was cruel, means whenever it has been told about his face, really it hurts him a lot, and that is why he told it was very cruel to tolerate that people are criticizing my face or something like this. Understand? So today up to this. Next day again we will try to complete these, and we will definitely continue from where we are living in today. So thank you, Saurathi, for joining my class. Thank you.